Well, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to a surprise stream out of Flying with Mike. Sitting up here in Alaska with the Thranda C208 Caravan, actually better known as the Super-Cargomaster. Folks, we've got a quick flight to Anchorage planned, and then we're going to kind of call it because I got to work tomorrow. So, you know, got to make some money for sure. And hopefully we get some viewers in here tonight. So let's, you know what, let's just hop up in the office, get to work here, shall we? Well, he says that we go. Got to remember this was set up a little different. All right. There you go, folks. The Cessna 208. It isn't powered up yet at all. So, hoping you all grab your aircraft. We're on VATSIM looking for people to fly with us to Anchorage. So, let's let's get Sim Toolkit first. Load out for today. Okay, now it says 10 passengers. We're going to shoot for 68, what is that? 6819 in our loading process. Now that will be with cargo bins below. So we'll work this out. 1,311 pounds of fuel. We're going to run it, 1,900 on the RPMs and 7,000 feet. Sounds like a heck of a great time. So folks, like I said, sitting on the deck in Homer, Papa Alpha Hotel Oscar. Hope y'all can find some time, grab a plane, let's go do some flying. All right, speaking of which, let's head over here. We pulled out the weight and balance, and we need to put in, hang on a second here. I got to remember this plane. Okay, let's do this one. We'll load that way. All right, so that brought us up a little heavier than, well, you know what? I'm going to do something. I don't know. I'm planned one way. I better go that one way. 6819. Okay, now if you're not familiar with the Thranda aircraft at all, folks, this is the manager. It's this little arrow sticking out. Go to the weight and balance. Now to load it, this is cargo version, so that's why you don't see seats, even though they kind of treat it like seats. We overshot, didn't we? No, yeah, we did. Wait a minute. No, we didn't. And then all I'm doing is over payload using the mouse scrolling down to 6819, or as close as we can get. And what it's doing is keeping us in weight and balance. Almost there, folks. There we go. Ooh, actually right on the numbers. Okay. Now for fuel, we are looking at, what was it? 1311. All right. Okay, so 1311, we got to divide that out, get the $1 million calculator Cessna provided us. That's 655 pounds in each wing. We'll make it 61. Oh, I wish there was a way to see if that does it. Okay, so it looks like, oh, there we go. Now we're balanced. All right. I always like it when the aircraft's balanced. All right, so there we go, folks. We are now loaded. We have the doors open. What we can do now to do the doors, you go up to general and you can see everything you can do here. Again, remembering cargo here. The passenger liveries, you'll actually have an extra door here. Okay, so close that one up. And let's go ahead and close up those. What the heck? We'll even get our door. Pop the chocks. We're ready to go. Alrighty. So stand by. I've got one thing missing, of course. And that's not the one I want. All right. So the downside, one of those little things that irk me. To get the checklist, I have to go here. So I'm not overly thrilled that this is how they do it, but you know, what are we gonna do? And am I able to? Okay, at least I can do that. You're not gonna see it that easily, but I can at least work through it. Okay, so we got the pilot. You know what? Screw it. All right. So pilot operating handbook. So we'll just go down the line. Pilot operating handbooks in the aircraft, folks. If you have the airplane, you got the manuals in the folders. You know what? I call that in the plane. Control locks, if you can move the yoke like this and the rudders like that, guess what? They're removed. Parking brake set. All switches are off. Static pressure alternate source off. Inertial separator normal. Standby flap mode, I don't know where that is, so we'll skip it. Oxygen supply, that's up top here. It looks good. Off, and let's go ahead get the fuel pumps ready. Since we got to do it anyway, check on flight radar. And now you see why I don't like what they do. Flight radar is off. Well, it's going to be off with the battery off. Air conditioner's off. Bleeds off. Trim set. Firewall. Everything. Battery. Okay, this we can do. All right, battery switch on. Avionics 1, avionics 2 on. And you should be able to hear a fan. Okay, I know I can. I had to turn up my headset. And then fuel quantity should be good if they'll stick around, and they are. Okay. Battery switch. First off, turn these back off, then the battery switch. All right. Next page is before start. So pre-flight's complete, weight and balance complete. We've briefed all passengers that the boxes are supposed to behave themselves while in flight. Parking brake is set. We already checked the control locks. We'll do it again. See, whoop, can't because I got rid of them. Okay, good moving. Hang on a second. If I don't move this, I will knock it over by the end of the night. All right, and yep, good on that. All right, control lock switches off. Ignition's normal. Okay. This is there it goes. It's kind of well, that's a little too shrunk. There we go. All right, so ignition. Lost myself here. There it is. A little bit bigger then. That tells me I need to go a little bigger. All right. Ignition switch, normal. Circuit breakers, all in. Fuel tank selectors left and right on. Radar, bleed heat, carb, all pushed in. All right, over here. Emergency power lever in the normal position, which is all the way back. Power level, idle, just making sure. Prop control lever to max, that's the blue handle. Fuel condition lever, cutoff, bleeds, everything's in. Internal fuel or separator is bypass only if we have moisture and it's below 4 degrees. It's an assistance to your engine heat. In essence, it is your engine heat. So, all right, so over to here, battery switch on. Wing flaps up, no smoking we don't have on this plane. Last I checked, most boxes don't smoke, but you know, you never know these days. Okay, fire detection test. Oh my, there's only one engine. Oh, that's such a tough test. Annunciator lamp pressed to test. That's this one. Look at that. All good. And the day-night switch will keep it in day. Okay, starting the engine on the batteries. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Wait a minute. Yeah, these are right. Okay, beacons on, voltmeters checked, prop area, clear prop. Fuel boost pump on. All right, hang on. You know I'm doing things for a reason, folks. All right, mission's normal. Start them. And 2. I just wanted you to hear that. Pretty good. We got one more trick up our sleeve coming, folks, so stand by. Okay, while we warm up, let's get all our lights turned up inside. Okay. Yes, it's hot everywhere. That's why we're inside flying with Mike. Morning there, downwind. Okay, radios as required. Well, what we're going to do here, folks, I'm just going to shove this, well, I said down there. I'm going to make this a little bigger. And let's put in the route real quick. It's a tough one, folks. I don't know if we can handle it. There we go. All right, so for today's flight, folks, okay, well, it's going to be interesting. Let's put it that way. Considering we cannot put in a Victor route. We will. Oh yeah, you're gonna need popcorn for this. I just gotta find my trip. We have Fuller. You know, I just thought I might have had a flight plan already. That's okay. FOL, not B like I was doing before. AR. Alaska, enter. Zip-V. It's VI. Who'd have thought this many could go 107, 114 miles? And promise you folks, we're almost there. Rail. And what I'm doing, folks, is just pulling them right off my flight log. My luck, I don't put one in. ATC comes up to direct O-rail. I'm like, okay, hang on. And last one, nap time. Just want to make sure. All right, these two concern me. Why are stay the way they are. Menu. Something's not right here. Let's do it again. Something didn't come in right. Okay. Hold on. Let's try it one more time. Okay, I selected the wrong, maybe? CIB. That's right. All right, now we're looking right. Oh, rail. Rail. Make sure my spelling's right. Enter. Accept. Skilla. One L. Okay. And then finally, NAPTO. Now they look right. All right, so now we're good to go with this. All right, so our first is direct homer, then out to folder, zip V and on. Okay. Final here is the altimeter 3003. Okay, if y'all didn't see that, if you click the altimeter setting in here, it'll take it either to inches or to HEPA. One of my big beefs in the beginning. And we got that worked out. All right, so first heading 354. Okay. Again, folks, feel free to join in. We're sitting at Homer, getting the flight plan last pieces of it put in here, as well as our frequency. Okay, there's Homer. All right, and finally, Anchorage. Ted, where are you? Ted VO. Yeah, I'm needing to go to the Anchorage TAC 1315. Okay, we're all set. All set there. Let's go ahead and pull that auxiliary pump off. Our other yellow, our standby power on. All right. Trim looks good. And I think just set for runway heading. So I think we're taking off to 2. VR. There. So what we'll be doing is swinging around, probably go more direct Homer from there than what we're showing here on the GPS. All right, let's go ahead and put that one away, bring this one up real quick. Two fixes. H. All right, and that's all I want on it. All right, folks, we're ready to go. I think. Need to get our altitude in here of 7,000 feet. Okay, I would say we're warmed up, ready to roll. I say we do it. Nobody daring to fly with Mike. All right, no biggie. Let's do it. 1,700. Yeah, just a smidge off. Brakes off. Flap set. And I know, folks, it still sounds a little loud, but we've got a little trick up the sleeve coming here. Okay, let me pull my checklist up. Radios as required. That is one thing I've had troubles with, though, the brakes. Everything I've tried doesn't work to set it to. So we hope for the best, and beta does work. Alright, flight controls, we'll check them again. Okay, everything's good, no run-up. Okay. Fuel condition high, not yet. But we're going to go ahead and head for the runway. Homer traffic, FedEx 811, back taxiing runway 22. And again, folks, we're going to take off runway 22. Once stable in our climb, we'll make our right-hand turn and work our way over to Homer VOR and then on to the Victor 488 or 438. Awesome. The CEO gave me a new credit card. More airplanes coming. Downwind, I'll show you my dislikes about it. Overall, though, it is a very good airplane performance-wise. I think it flies as true as I would suspect. But the checklist issue where you got to go here, click here to get it to show, that's to me a little bit of an annoyance. And for the amount of money you're going to spend on this, albeit 50, I think it is, we'll show it here as soon as we get turned around. You shouldn't have this. Now the other, and some of these are little problems, I realize. The other one is, if you come in like I do, in a minimal window type screen, and you maximize after the plane loads, you get an SASL error saying you got to reload the airplane. I'm sorry, why? Why couldn't we fix all of this when it was in development? I know, because they didn't talk to me. We're going to go all the way down here to the end of this pad. I'm going to do my before takeoff checks and show off that problem. All right, down with this. By far is what irks me the most with the amount of money spent. Disappearing gauges. Got about half the engine gauges gone. That kind of irks me. Yeah, and I understand that, but for the amount of money, you know, you shouldn't lose gauges. And that kind of, yeah, that's only when I'm in this view, when I'm, see, I guess their mind is we don't need to fix it because you're really only looking at the buttons. Well, if I snap back up here to look at something, what if it's the engine gauges, for crying out loud? So, again, a little problem that really should have been fixed. But overall, the sound, this irritant, but I mean, this could have been put up to the menu, like many of them do. It is what it is. I mean, you just got to work around it, or exit out, go in here, click to get it to show back up. I mean, Let me see that real quick before I take off. I saw. And see, for the longest time, I was really torqued that it always said that. Millibars. My God, this plane flies primarily U.S. and Africa, and they're in inches of mercury. Till one day, I don't know how I did it, something like this happened, where the mouse changed, I clicked on it, I went, oh my God, how simple that was, and I'll quit my griping about it. Oh, alright, so anyway, we're ready for takeoff. Wing flap set, power set, gauges 70 to 75 rotate, climb speed 80 to 80, 85, 95, and you see the retract. So again, annoying if I want you all to see it. Otherwise, I just make it 2D and shove it off the panel. So here we go. This is just an X-plane thing that irks me, where I hit my brakes and my beacon goes off, strobes. But that's an X-plane thing. Thranda, I'm not going to complain to you about it. Now, positive. Hang on, we'll line up here on the runway. Palmer traffic, FedEx 811 departing 22. Like I said, that's an irk on me, but that's X-plane. That's not here. Okay, wing lights I don't need. Prop, don't need. I don't know why the ITT just dropped like that. That was weird. Okay. Oh yeah, transponder. I guess VATSIM would like that. All right, and everything set, ready, even though I don't think this works at all over here, the radar may be where it has to be with active sky. All right, now, talked about the X-plane irk downwind. If I set my brakes, you see my strobe and beacons always come off. Right, now let's get a positive out of this plane. Besides the fact it looks good, sounds good, or does it sound good? If you click the top phone jack here, it puts it in a position as if your headset was just put on. That's not a Thranda. That's an X-plane deal. So the strobe and the beacon. This plane, Zeebo, I think it does it in, and a couple of others I got, mostly default, but yeah, that's a cool thing I like. That is so cool. Here we go. Takeoff power set. Okay. Get my rudder going here. There we go. All right, we are stable in the climb. Okay, let me set takeoff power. That's always the hardest thing without rudder pedals. Oh, I forgot to go to... As we come around, flaps up. All right, we're in cruise climb, folks. Sorry for getting quiet there. Minus 17 up, Hawker. Well, that's a little bit. I appreciate the vote of confidence there. I'll put mine in, but it isn't going to be that low. All right, so we are now tracking to Homer, 10 miles out. No, we're going to Folar, sorry. Misread it. There we go. And we're just, we'll go ahead and dial it down just a little. All right, we're clear of the traffic pattern, so we'll go ahead and kill the lights. And away we go. Don't let you. Yeah, you must have been watching what I did this earlier today. I left so much grease behind on that landing in St. Louis. That was unreal. I'm sure you guys at the hazmat team were out cleaning up all that grease. Mixed with a lot of butter. And I still can't get over the Hawaii flight I flew yesterday. Greased the landing, but because it rose off I mean, the bogies didn't settle down, so it registered as a bounce, and they're reviewing it. I'm like, really? It was like 190, and then the resettling down was 190. I'm like, dude. On a 9,000 foot runway with a 747, that is not bad. Then they'd probably get upset if I smash it down on the aiming points. But anyway, hey, VA's got to have something to do, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I about died. I said, really? It's under review for this? Oh well, let's get outside, take a look. We'll save your ears outside, folks. Good sound set. I mean, overall, it's a phenomenal plane, folks, but there's a couple little things in there that, well, kind of rub you the wrong way, but overall they've done a good job. Parts of my problems, I'll bet, lie within X-Plane itself. But the disappearing gauges and the checklist thing, they could have thought, well, they could have fixed the disappearing gauges. The checklist, they could have thought that through better. Maybe they don't know how to do that. Some things that I think of. Who knows? But I like it. It's a heck of a lot better than Carenado's. Well, to a point. I mean, Carenado does look good, although I don't like some of the ground stuff they did with it, but that's from FSX. And the performance, though, on it, this is as fast as my Carenado will get, the Super-Cargomaster. Actually, it goes faster than the Grand Caravan. This one I can get close to Redline. That's why I'm wondering if this one performs better. I've only seen one on a ramp, never been up close, touchy-feely, you know, talk to the pilot, learn some things. And flying wild Alaska, but that's TV, folks. true to a point. My Navajo that's a damn good plane. I don't have that Carenado, so that's why I can't compare fully. So, but yeah, the Navajo, I think, really does a good job. I know a Chieftain is either out or coming out soon, and I want to give it a spin when it does. Okay, take it out for a test flight. May end up in a spin, but you never know. All right, so we're in cruise, got a good torque. We'll keep that at 1900, and we're doing good here, folks, across the ground. Just kind of refresh here and see. All right, so looks like we're free and clear of any traffic. Oh, now I forgot to start FedEx's 8 cars program. Oh well, I'll have to fly this again. Darn the luck. Yep, another day, another time, we'll have to fly this run again. That's one thing I like about a couple checklists I have. I don't think Zebo's has it. The 767 and the Airbus that I got for Flight Factor, both of them have a notation in their start 8 cars. The 727 I think does. Maybe it doesn't, but the 74 I think does. Not so much in the checklist you run. So I may have to make my own checklist so that way I make sure I kick those on, because I'm starting to forget to do that again. And I know that comes with that OA problem, old age. The good thing is we all suffer from it from now and then. VSI gauge. Nice. Good deal there, Hawker. It's way more than I'd be able to do. Well, I can tear it apart for you. Can't guarantee it'll be usable. It'd be kind of like the Tootsie Roll owl. Let's see how many licks it takes to get to the Tootsie Roll center. A 1, a 2, crunch. It's fixed. There you go. So, on that note, let's just kind of keep on easing to the northeast here. And long before we know it, we shall be over Anchorage, because it doesn't take long, folks. Oh, that's right. Yeah, and I could change all. Now, the nice thing is you can change these to different, gauges and all. I haven't fooled with any of that. Probably because I just harken back to the owl and the Tootsie Roll stick and all of that. But anyway, So 7,000, we're on our way, and all right, let's go ahead and set this up for 1315. There, that way so I don't just accidentally do it. I could see myself doing that. Transmit on COM 2 and they're really, oh my gosh, there's an airplane in distress. Oh, what are we gonna do? Simulator, chill out. All right, so we're tracking well there. All right, so I guess it's time to kind of figure out what's going on in Anchorage. I'd say it's snowing, but it is summertime there, folks. Does get a skosh on the warm side for a few days. Okay, so we got a 300 at 8 or 300 degrees, 8 knots. That's right now sounding like a good old runway 33 arrival. 2996, we're passing Soldotna. They are 3002. Okay. Let's get over here, see if oh, I'm glad I looked. 002. There we go. All right, like I said, folks, I could barely get it above 140 Carenado. And this one's cruising right up at 160, and I've still got torque I could put on it. So I'm quite happy. Now the one thing though, I'm not okay, we're into green, we're into green. Okay, I guess that's not a problem. Never mind. Screenshot. That is definitely a screenshot. I think that's Soldotna right there, maybe. Just kind of looking at the sectional. And way up in here somewhere would be Kenai Airport. Just kind of giving you what I see from the sectional. Let me see here if I can bring that in. I'm always glad when I test it. All right, so there you see the sectional, folks. And yes, I'll try to be nice and zoom in. Actually, I'm going to try and get us on Anchorage. There we go. Okay, so we're right about in here, folks. As we look out the wing, could be, may not be, Soldotna right over here. Kenai up in here. Again, just going by geographical points here. And of course, we all know the rugged South, Alaska. And yes, folks, this flight is usually flown at about 7, anywhere from 4 to 9,000. And it's ideal for the caravan and the weights and how they fly and the distance. Folks, they only fly, from what I understand, if, let's put that in those big quotes, if Flying Wild Alaska said anything true in there about aviation, that they only fly with an hour, an hour radius for that plane. That way they can put the most amount of people on and the fuel to handle it, a 1 hour flight. So this plane, we're at 160, so you could go roughly 160-ish miles. 207, which they flew a lot on there. Looking at about 100, 200, 100, 150 miles. King Airs and so forth. It actually made sense to me because of, there's a lot of weight going into those planes that sometimes you can and cannot plan for. Well, you will plan for it, you just don't have it ahead of time. Key word. But anyway, enough on that. Let's just keep tracking on. Should be a lake out here. There it is. So we know generally we're going in the right direction. Kenai is a 17.6. Can actually draw some references as to where we are off of that. All right, so 17.6. By using this, we'll cross NAPDO at 048. Okay, that'll be about right there. So that just gives us, when we cross it, we know we're, that's our last fix to good old Anchorage. And if we're gonna turn up for 7s or the 15s, it's not gonna be very much past that. In this case, we're just gonna keep on tracking in. I could actually tune in. Okay, Ted is 189 radial, which really is not what we're on. Well, you know what? I'm going to do this. And there we go, folks. We are now tracking inbound TED VOR, which is on Anchorage. Oh, am I? Nice. That's right, you guys were flying down there with Kenai and all of that. That's awesome. I was going to try, but the problem for me comes in, it's like today. Y'all start up just late enough for me that I can't. Because tomorrow I'll be up at 4:30 in the morning to go to work. Okay, why are you kicking back over here, plane? Or are you just getting on the track? So that's why sometimes I'm not able to show. But I'll take a look and see what day it is this month. I'd love to be, like I said, I tried, and boy, I saw 8 o'clock. I'm like, oh, I can't stay up much longer. I'm gonna be dead on my feet tomorrow at the airport. So same with this, I'm getting close right now. But when I come home, that's a whole different story. Let me get over to your Discord. Where are you hiding? DWS, there you are. Uh-oh, leaving Phoenix. Oh my. Oh, anytime. Oh. Well, heck. Oh, I see I got a couple of people that surprised me today. Oh, wait a minute. Where are they hiding? There they are. Let me get in here and get these people taken care of real quick. There's the other one. If it does the same thing, I'm going to be upset with Discord. Don't know. All right, well. All right, let me get back to what we started. Okay, put these clouds in front of me. What's going on here? I better get my butt back in the cockpit. Good thing is we're not winter. I have to worry about ice. All right. Oh, nice. Gets definitely a night for ice cream. Have a good one there, Downwind. We appreciate you coming by. All right, so we are just about going feet wet. Runway tree. Should have passed Napto. We just did. And the airfield should be right up there. We are 22 miles from Anchorage. Oh, you know what? I didn't put Ted in there as a fix. Dang it. Oh, well. Anchorage works. All right, so 21 miles out. Let's go ahead. We'll start a descent to 2,000. Come down kind of. Let's not go that steep. Maybe there. See how that does. It's close enough. We'll kick on lights. And since we're getting clouds, let's just, because it's Alaska, let's be mindful. Temperature 18 degrees Celsius. Okay, just being mindful, folks. All right. Still not reporting anything, so we should be good. Till I see Anchorage, I'm gonna stay on autopilot. Try and keep my speed up though. All right, last check here. Simbrief, Simaware. Visibility says 10 miles. I'd tell them, in the words of Colonel Sherman Potter, Orsaki. At least right now. Don't think we have 10 miles. Okay, it should be right, pretty much right off the nose. Okay, we're 13, so we'll go easy on them. And if you notice, folks, I'm on VOR, slightly off the course. It kind of irritates me, but it's doing a good job. That's all that matters. All right, now we'll slow up. I don't really know if that's the runway or not yet. I would think it's back here more, but looking at the map, it's a good chance that could be it. Anchorage traffic, FedEx 811, approximately 9 miles southwest, inbound runway 33, type caravan. Hell, I don't think that line going out is the airport runway. I have no idea what that line is. What I'm talking about is right here. Well, we're inside 5 miles having a hard time seeing it, folks. Okay, off with the autopilot. I am really struggling to find this runway. I know we got to turn. Anchorage traffic, caravan FedEx 811, left base 33. Think we're lining up for it, or is that a taxiway? Ah, finally got a runway. Okay, let's go full prop RPM. Taxi lights on. Try and keep our speed up a little bit here, folks. Okay, we're up on the VATSIM. Just because the size of plane, folks, I'm gonna go ahead and exit right here and taxi up. Just in case another is inbound or wanting to go. folks, by the way, that wasn't full flaps. Anchorage traffic, FedEx 811's clear, 3-3 taxiing to FedEx. And welcome to Anchorage, everyone. Hope you had a great day, great time. We're only going to be doing this flight because, like I said, in about 10 minutes, I like to start winding down and getting ready to head to bed. So, because I do work in the morning. Although I can't make not working look as good as Hawker 125. Oh wait, did I say that out loud? Only because I don't have a door to my office to close. Just kidding, Hawker. I know you do a lot of stuff. Well, it's a shame I didn't fire up the Acres program for FedEx, but that just means another day, another time I get to fly this run. Okay, let's kind of start winding this thing down. Okay. And believe it or not, folks, the caravans actually park where all that garbage is. I mean, all those carts are. Although of late, I don't know of many caravans working out of here. For the actual carrier for FedEx that does this is Empire. So they may actually have them back down in the States, and they'll fly them back up when the need arises. But I don't know. I mean, I don't see them too much on the FlightAware, but it's CFS, I believe, is their call sign. Okay, so we're in, and we're in the cool down phase. Okay. All right, so let's pull up the checklist. Flaps are up. Ice protection's all off. Strobe lights, landing fuel, ignition lever back to low idle. I think that's where we're at. Yeah. Okay, next up. Parking brake set, avionics off. We'll go ahead and turn all of these one notch down. Avionics off, off. Fuel boost is off. Fleet air, powers idles. IT stabilize. And standby power to off. Thought I forgot that. Okay, the minimum temperature for 1 minute. I think we've been here for that long. Feather the props. Now, one thing about X-Plane I will say I really love. If you watched the beginning when we started the engine, the turboprop slowly builds up and spins into play versus Microsoft just boom. That's awesome. That is well done. That's how it looks. Um, that I will give X-Plane kudos for a very long time. Okay, lights off, battery switch off, fuel tanks off. Okay. And folks, that wraps up this. Get the chocks in. Get the doors open, the pods opened. Get rid of that again, and looks like a couple air or Alaska airs are getting ready. There you go, folks. Another look at the Thranda Cessna 208. Okay, that didn't work as I'd hoped, but let's do this. We'll stay in the cockpit, and let's bring up Sim Toolkit. And we got it registered. That's perfect. All right, so landing reports. Let's take a look at the Cessna 208, shall we? Ooh, we landed early. We can definitely see that. I actually meant to, so I could make that taxiway without turning around. We did bounce. All right, so the first one came down 72 knots at 170 feet a minute. Downwind swim. You're the one that got it. Awesome job. Sorry, Hawker. 17 feet, I can't even guarantee. All right, and then here's the statistics around it. Again, the big thing being 459 feet into the runway. So, not bad. Now, another tool in our arsenal here. First off, let me make sure nobody was tagging along at the end. Nope. Okay. Go ahead and close that. What I'm going to do is come off VATSIM. Okay, making sure nothing else is tracking. All right, so let us relive that. Actually, two pretty good landings there. Oh yeah, we were definitely left. Overall, looks like a good landing. I mean, there are some techniques in there I didn't use, but I mean, overall, it's a good landing, folks. All right, folks. Well, we just watched a bunch of good replays here. Something you can't do in Must Bus, by the way. Let's go on back to where we're parked, and we'll call it a night, folks. Folks, we'll see you again maybe Sunday, and it's a big maybe. Or Saturday. My bad. Saturday. But I hope you all do have a good weekend. We'll definitely be back in the air come Tuesday, and for another great adventure with Flying with Mike. So I hope you all have a great weekend. God bless you all, and looking out here, why not? We'll send you all over to Sim Caesar. Good night.
Aircraft, and then displays. Okay. Raid from Flying with Mike. How are you? Welcome on in. We're doing a tutorial on how to change the PMDG Boeing business jet from metric to not metric to normal. There you go. Okay, back to aircraft. And, okay, set, return menu, FS actions, fuel. All right, fuel. Back to fuel. Block fuel, 12,714. All right, 12,714.